Boeing considering further cuts or suspension of the 737 MAX, and an announcement could come as early as today. Phil LeBeau joins us now with more. Stock is getting hit pretty hard, Phil.
And this is what you would expect, Joe. We've said all along, it's a production cut or a production stop that will really hit the shares of Boeing. The board is meeting today. This is a previously scheduled two-day meeting. First day was yesterday, second day is today, and here's what the board is discussing. Do they halt altogether, stop production of the 737 MAX until there is a recertification, or do they move to a slower build rate? There are going to be more MAX-related charges with either decision. The question is, how much will those charges be? Remember, they've already taken more than $8 billion in cost-related charges in some fashion over the last couple of quarters. Here's the production rate right now for the 737 MAX. It was at 50 or 52 in 2018. That's where it was the beginning of this year. It was supposed to go up to 57 at the beginning of 2019. Well, it spent most of this year at 42 per month. They have so far built about 450 737 MAXs that are built, that are awaiting delivery, that are parked on the tarmac, in parking lots, in Renton, Washington, Moses Lake, which is a little bit to the east of Seattle, down in San Antonio. There comes a point where you say, okay, how do we do? Do we keep on building these planes, incurring the costs that go along with those, or do we shut down production, which has its own costs that are related to that? I mentioned earlier that these guys, Boeing, have already taken a number of charges. Look, they took a $5.6 billion charge in the second quarter related to 737 MAX delays and non-delivery of those aircraft. Well, they also took another $2.7 billion in MAX-related costs in October. So there will be further costs incurred, whether they cut production and go from, let's say, 42 down to, 37 or 32. And there is a point where people say this just doesn't make sense, or if they halt production altogether. By the way, guys, about 12,000 workers are out at that Renton plant in the Seattle area. Some of those people could go to the Everett plant or go to a few other plants, but likely many of them would face some type of a furlough, whether it's for 45 days or 60 days. And again, that depends in part on what the board decides to do. We could get an announcement by the after the bell today or perhaps tomorrow morning.